You will never guess in a million years what we got today. I'm just kidding. We got AGEMONIA. It's kind of quite literally the elephant in the room.
I think our table is bowing from this, so we'll see.
I just noticed I kind of blend in with the game.
You do a little bit. You chose the right colors.
This is one of the most colorful giant campaign games there is, and I don't just mean this outside box. We just got AGEMONIA today. This is the core base box. We're going to be opening this up, kind of pulling some things out to give you a look at the components. What we have here. But we have some content up on the channel. We played through some of the tutorial of this.
I like this.
Oh, yeah. No, this is a really nice look to it.
Yeah.
I like this inner box.
Wrap.
I always like boxes that have that sort of like little
like what Descent did. Where you have, it looks really cool.
Oh, this is nice. Nice piece of art here, but even nicer, a giant, I mean, this is a fairly detailed sheet that details.
Yeah, you need that. I'm glad they have that. It also shows you where all the cards are supposed to go in every tray.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Hopefully they left, if they're going to put all this work, hopefully you can sleeve the cards. I bet.
Probably. I think in this day and age, if they didn't learn like to do sleeve. So here's another thing. When we played this, all the maps that we played on were in books. And truth be told, I've taken a quick peek inside here. Some of those books are in there and some of those maps are on the books. But there's this whole big thing here with a bunch of more maps. I'm going to pop this thing.
Extra, like stretch goal maps? What are those? What are the special maps that aren't in the book?
Like I said, I peeked. And in the scenario book, some of the later scenarios look like they're a little light on maps, so I'm assuming they might rely on pulling these out. But these are big. Like these are.
I see. These are huge.
These are much bigger.
We played through like what three chapters of this game. We played through quite a few.
Through 3.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
We started in this sort of like the first tutorial one has you start off like near these docks, and there's no fighting. The second one you're on this road and there's a little fighting. We just lost something. I think it was some errata.
It was stuck to this giant map.
Who needs errata?
Oh, I like this. So you have the world map on one side, and then the city map on the other, with what looks like achievements that you can earn over the course of the game.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
can't remember. Is this a legacy game? I can't remember.
No, I don't know if it's full on. I don't know if it's full on legacy.
We can't remember, but I'll look up between now and when we edit this, and I'll put it down below.
You mean if it's resettable is basically what you're asking.
Yeah.
I don't think you're destroying anything, but you might be stickering things.
Maybe there are some stickers here that look like they're the roughly the same size as some of these.
We did not destroy anything.
It kind of feels like a DM screen almost. It's not, but
it could be.
And again, the colors that they use in this, seriously, compared to things like Gloomhaven, Frosthaven, Oathsworn.
Oh, it's bright.
Nova Aegis Renaissance, which is another one we recently got. Now, will we be able to play all the way through all of these giant campaign games?
No, but I really did enjoy this one, and so I really do want to play this one.
This one was cool. The
rulebook is really nice, really well presented.
So
nice examples in here.
In addition to the rulebook, it has these 3 books. And hopefully I can put this back in order, thanks to that one sheet. I wanted to talk about a few of these. One, here's a storybook. We won't go into that, but it's basically everywhere where you're going to reference for all the things that you have to read that aren't already on
sort of a huge storybook.
Yeah, the backs of cards. Then you've got the scenario book, and I'll just tell you, because I'm sure it's like common knowledge, there looks to be 30-something scenarios. That's what I'm seeing here on some of the headers back in the back. It looks like, I mean, it's going up into the 20s and 30s. I don't know if those are all scenario headings or maybe...
I think so. I think there are. That sounds about right.
And then this is the campaign book. This is what I wanted to talk about because I think this is cool. Before you even read the rules, and maybe I'm just speaking from our experience, but it'd been a minute since we played that tutorial, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to refresh. I was looking at this campaign book. This isn't the scenario. The tutorial scenarios are in that scenario book, but this campaign book basically walks you through. Here's how to set up that scenario. Here's your first round.
I like that.
Do this your first round, and then after your second round, it's like now just do these things. Here are your options, and it kind of like starts you off a little bit slowly and introduces more concepts to you. Like there's no fighting, I don't think, in the first scenario, and then there's a little fighting, and then they'll find
the first turns at least.
Yeah, the third one had some significant fighting.
So they kind of like, I don't want to say handhold you a little bit, but they give you that little bit of a push, and like here's how a good way to set up your first couple turns so that later on you're already on the track to doing this scenario correctly.
So I'm going to try to do this as an organized fashion.
Oh, it's not going to happen. Ooh, I like those.
We've got all blue minis. Now, this is not a version. There's another box, I assume, that has minis for all the creatures.
Yeah.
We just have minis in this box for the characters, the playable characters. They're like a light blue, which
I like
is
that.
interesting.
I like
do
the look
too.
of that.
It's kind of fresh.
I like these
But all
trays.
the dice are in here. And then I also saw this. I think you'll like this.
I do. I already like that. I
Connecting
like that.
The theme of these.
Yeah.
They've got these 2 cardboard boxes on the outside edge, and all of the trays go in between them, giving some stability. But these boxes are these tall cardboard boxes that hold the cards.
Oh, wow.
This one holds some of the smaller cards, as well as some of the bigger cards. And again, they have that sheet to help
I
you
like that
organize
there's
all
trays
of
even inside these.
them. The other one does not have a tray.
Oh my gosh, this is heavy too. This is a lot of cards.
The other one has a lot more cards, though.
My goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of cards.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of content. And I do like the fact that, like, there's been some of these games that we've played recently where you open up and some of the cards are here, some of the cards are there, and you're not exactly sure where to put them. I'm not even sure if they ultimately just stay in this box, but I like the fact that all the cards are just in these 2 boxes.
But it does look like they left a lot of empty space for if you sleeve.
Yeah, maybe. Although it looks like a pretty tight width-wise in there.
Maybe. No, there's some space. They wiggle.
And then there's trays.
There's space.
These trays here. One of them has a purple cover. I'm not sure why that would be.
And it's opaque too. I wonder if
like, there's nothing in it.
No, this looks like it holds the money. I wonder why it has a... But maybe just because it goes on top, so when you're looking at it, you're seeing...
It's just a delightful color.
You're seeing a delightful
It's
color.
a delightful shade of purple on theme with this whole video. Here's another tray that has the player boards. And I remember the player boards. I really like these.
I love the player boards, yeah.
So the player boards have this these spaces here for some unlockable abilities that you can add after, I think, a few scenarios that you play. But the way the game plays is kind of interesting. You're all selecting what action you want to take down the left-hand side of your board to begin with. And then you have an initiative that kind of flips over after the first scenario. There's initiative cards, but in the first scenario, it says, here's the initiative every single round. But that's going to change up with this initiative deck. And then everyone who selected a certain type of action will go, and you can decide if you all decided to choose the same thing. But it's really kind of an, not action point system, but you're getting maneuvers, and you can use those maneuvers to do a few different things. The characters have their own little book of all, oh, interesting.
There's another
Says
one
they're
here
like
too.
backstory. Yeah, and I noticed this in the campaign book. It looks like these books walk you through level 1, level 2, level 3 of your characters.
Of all your powers and everything.
In the campaign book, it talks about the, I forget the name of the main city that you'll be going back to. But when you go back to it, depending on your level, it advances. And you basically, as you go through that book, it has more options that you can interact with.
And then a whole other block of powers for your later level powers for your characters too, which is nice.
Nice. A couple more trays. I mean,
lots of trays. They
lots
definitely
of
give
empty
you
trays.
storage.
Lots
Well,
of empty trays, and then
there's a reason for all those empty trays.
crap ton of cardboard.
Whoa,
in the
that
bottom.
is a ton of cardboard.
Oh yeah, like
Well, you can see all the punch outs for all the different those abilities that can be slotted are all cardboard, and this is nice thick cardboard too. These are not
this
going
is
to be chintzy. These are going to fit in these really nicely.
Well, yeah, if the player boards are any indication, those are really nice. And one of the other things about this, I don't know that these are the stamina tokens. Are they? I think they might be. You use stamina in this game to sort of juice up your actions.
They fit right here.
Yeah, you put your stack of them there,
You stack
right?
them, yep.
But you could juice up your actions with the stamina and kind of push yourself a little bit. So you could take a normal move action and move 2, but you might use 1 stamina and instead move 3.
I love these character books.
Yeah, that's you like character books in general. What was it? The vampires?
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade chapters, which has those little similar, except every scenario is a book like this. Yes, I love little books in games. I think we need to put on some relaxing music, and maybe just you can spend the next hour punching and sorting the game.
Punching the cardboard.
You find that really relaxing.
Would you like to watch that? We'll just sit here and punch this. We're not going to do that. I'm kidding. But that is AGEMONIA. It's all the stuff that's inside the box. We literally just got this afternoon, so we wanted to just kind of open it up and take a look ourselves.
I just realized these boxes are different.
Are they?
Slightly. Look, the colors.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost like an optical illusion.
That is interesting. Is it a blue dress or a silver
one's
dress?
Purple and orange, and one is orange and purple. Anyway, they put a lot of attention into detail, and this product looks really good.
Yes, it's very well produced. This is when we played it, we knew that it was going to be a game that was kind of in that caliber of a Frosthaven or an Oathsworn, all those sorts of games. We are going to put it to the test. I want to play through a little bit more at least than the scenarios and the tutorial that we played before.
Yeah, we're going to get a bit deeper into this one.
And we might even just play it 2-player.
Yeah.
Before we tried it, we had 3?
We had 3 last time.
Yeah.
Which was fun. It's fun to play with more players, but it takes a little bit longer.
It does take a little bit longer, and it's hard to get Emily or Jeremy and Howard down here all the time.
True.
So it's usually just me and Ryan.
That's true.
But anyway, we wanted to share with you our sort of quasi-unboxing of AGEMONIA. If you have any questions about some of the things that were buried deep in the box that we didn't show on camera or anything, let us know. I'll put up as many pictures as I possibly can so you can see all the bits and details. But trust, I will not show anything that spoils anything. I'm not going to open up these books past the tutorials. I will show that those tutorial scenarios that we played, but I will not show any further than that without blurring them. But like I said, get down there in the comments, interact with us, ask us whatever questions you want.
Join our Discord and talk more about this game and all the other new games that we've got.
All those things. And until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.